All right, Ant-Man eliminates Luka and LeBron in 5. 103-96 in Game 5 took place the other day. And can't believe it because I had the Lakers in 7 in that series. Ant-Man played phenomenal throughout the series, but Game 5 wasn't his game. It was really Rudy Gobert's game. He went 27 points, 24 rebounds in that game, which I didn't expect. I thought he would have got played off the floor like Roy Hibbert did in the early 2010s, and he didn't in this game. And in this series, you can say that as well. The Lakers did not take advantage of going after him. I thought they bogged down their offense trying to do that, and they're eliminated in 5. I did not expect that. I had them winning in 7 in this series. Just because of those X factors of Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert, I thought those guys would have been in trouble this series, especially with Julius Randle. I killed the Minnesota Timberwolves for making this trade, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Karl Anthony Towns, but I thought the Knicks got the better end of that deal, at least for the first round. Julius Randle, and towards the end of the regular season, has earned his worth, averaging 22.6 points per game in this series. You have to love what he did in this series, playing on both ends, being physical, being a physical presence for them in this series, shooting the ball really well. Him and Jaden McDaniels did that over the course of the series, not in Game 5. Looking at Anthony Edwards, he was phenomenal in this series, did not have a great Game 5. 15 points, 11 rebounds, but 5 of 19 from the field. This was Rudy Gobert's game with 27 points and 24 rebounds. Kudos to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They took it right to the Los Angeles Lakers and got their asses out of here. Now, looking at everything from the Lakers' perspective, what do they do going forward? People are seeing this as a Nico Harrison victory lap as the Lakers are eliminated in the first round. And I'm going to say cool the Jets on there for people because I know everyone's going to be excited that the Lakers got eliminated and everyone's laughing at Luka because he's out of shape and doesn't look all that great. Luka Doncic averaged 30 points in this series, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. LeBron James averaged 25 points, 9 rebounds, and nearly 6 assists in this series. Those guys were just worn out. Rui had a good game in Game 5, 23 points. Austin Reeves was kind of chipping in there, but didn't have a great series efficiency-wise. And looking at this and people kind of trying to champion Nico Harrison for being right, and I'm like, when this trade happened for the Los Angeles Lakers, no one thought in their right mind, well, I didn't think so. A couple other people didn't think so as well, that the Lakers are going to win the finals and go to the championships. I said at best they would have a chance to get to the Western Conference Finals, depending on how things broke in the Western Conference bracket, competition, injuries, etc., health, whatever the case may be. But that wasn't the case. I didn't expect them to lose in the first round. I thought it was going to be the second round that the Lakers would be ousted in. But for anybody that had unrealistic expectations on this Lakers team with this roster, with this team around LeBron and Luka, is foolish. If this was LeBron at 33, okay, cool, kill him. But this is LeBron at 40. This is Luka coming into the season, half the season, after that tailspin of leaving Dallas. This team was not going to get to the NBA Finals. The West is just too good for them to just trudge through that. And the Minnesota Timberwolves shown that. The Minnesota Timberwolves on a base level are better defensively. They have an unstoppable force in Anthony Edwards. You got guys like Julius Randle chipping in. And even though Rudy Gobert is not the most prime-time playoff performer, he does provide defense and rebounding, something the Lakers do not have, and that showed in Game 5. So looking at it from that standpoint, everyone cooled the Jets on the Nico Harrison thing because he's already dealing with injuries to Kyrie and AD and guys being injured and surgeries and trying to figure out what the roster is going forward. That was a short-term, long-term trade that the Mavericks made, and I think they lost in the short term and going to eventually lose in the long term. Looking at what the Lakers do going forward, try to find some guys that can shoot. Try to find some guys that can actually play a big man. They try to get that trade for Mark Williams. And I don't understand why Mark Williams is making that smiley face emoji in the Twitter and stuff like that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if you were in LA, you would have had more shine on you, had a better chance to get a bigger contract, et cetera, et cetera. And now you're stuck in Charlotte trying to figure it out, and they honestly didn't want you. So I don't understand the tweet for that. But as for the Lakers, what they do go forward, try to find a big man on the market, explore guys like Robert Williams, the Time Lord, who used to play for the Boston Celtics. Try to explore that route, a guy that can block shots, actually do some facilitating, kind of like Isaiah Hartenstein's doing for OKC. Kind of look towards him. Try to find some more scoring and some defenders. They should have kept Max Christie in that trade at least. They didn't. But whatever the case may be, the Lakers just have to find some big man and shooting to go around Luka and LeBron or whatever. If this is LeBron's last season coming up here, try to figure it out that way. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, congratulations to you guys, man, because no one really gave you a shot. I didn't give you guys a shot. And guys thought that the Minnesota Timberwolves have been out of here. I was worried about Julius Randle. He came to play. If he's able to do that in the next round, possibly facing Golden State has to finish their business against Houston. Game 6 is coming up. But ultimately, looking at it from that standpoint of the Minnesota Timberwolves, congrats, man. Because I thought it was going to be a season from hell. They were able to turn it around, get out of the play-in, get into a situation where now they're in the second round and facing either going to face a Warriors team, which are depleted at the moment. Only have Jimmy Butler and Curry and Draymond Green, are facing the Houston Rockets, who at least inexperienced, don't have the best offense. They play hella defense. At least you have the advantage on the offensive end in that series potentially. But Minnesota took it to LA, man, and LA is out in 5. And it's probably, and for the Lakers and the Lakers fan base, this is probably the best thing that can happen to you. Probably getting an early exit, because in the grand scheme of things, you don't want to make it look like you guys were exceeding expectations going further into the playoffs and then making it look like you guys are good and just a piece away. You guys losing to Minnesota shows you guys are not close. You guys still have to add pieces, and there's more that you guys have to add to this roster. People were killing JJ Redick for playing their guys in Game 4, the second half. I understand that. I completely agree with that he should have gave some other guys minutes. Over the course of the series, though, who were you going to play in this series? He did play Maxi Kleber, which was crazy. I think he was just trying to provide shooting. Maxi Kleber hasn't been able to shoot in a couple of years now, ever since he got exposed a couple years ago. So I don't understand that move. But guys like Gabe Vincent didn't give you anything. Jackson Hayes. People kept saying playing Jackson Hayes, and I'm like, JJ Redick came out and said, hey, you're not going to be where we needed some offense at that point because he's not going to be able to score. Yes, he's a lob threat, but in terms of what else is he able to do, pick and roll and stuff like that, Minnesota's smart enough to shut that down. On the defensive end, he's not really going to do anything. He's going to get picked apart, kind of like what they were trying to attack Rudy Gobert. That's just going to open up things for Ant-Man and Mike Conley and other guys like that, and Jaden McDaniels and Julius Randle on the offensive end for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So that wasn't going to help them either. They need a legitimate big man that can actually stay out there and provide some type of defense resistance and actually finish around the rim consistently. Jackson Hayes is not that for the Los Angeles Lakers. So even though people are mad at kind of giving JJ Redick this Tibbs antidote of not playing your backups, who would you trust? Alex Len is still in the league? Like, Dalton Connect? Like, there's no other guys that he can put in and try to supplement the starting 5. It's like that just wasn't going to happen. So from that standpoint, people are going at him. Game 4, fine, because they played all those guys 24 minutes in the second half as starting 5. In Game 5, it's like you're kind of trying to find somebody out there, and it's not really much that you can turn to. It's a desperation move, but that just shows where the Lakers are right now. But it's over with. Again, congratulations to the Minnesota Timberwolves for advancing and getting the Lakers out of here. Crypto Arena is closed. Why did you guys change the name from Staples? What happened with that? I don't know. But ultimately, congratulations to the Minnesota Timberwolves and Ant-Man. He said the good guy dies in this movie as he's leaving the Crypto Arena. Oh, man. You gotta love it. Gotta love the NBA playoffs. I'll be making more videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think.